Story Time with Uncle Bill, and today's story is something that was unexpected. One of the first things when you get locked up, you're going to go to county jail. And the first thing that you're going to learn is the word flush, and it simply refers to the fact that when you go take a crap, a shit, a dump, whatever you want to call it, flush. The best thing to do, honestly, people just keep pressing it. Whether you're shitting or not, just keep flushing. You don't want nobody to yell flush. It's almost like offensive, especially if you stink real bad. But just keep flushing either way. It lets people know that you at least making an effort. County jail food is disgusting. They try to make it to where it's 27 cents per meal. It's less than $1 a day, people. It plays a havoc on your stomach. You're going to have an upset stomach most of the time. And even the stuff that you could get on the commissary, ain't none of it really good for you. Ramen noodle soup, honey buns, chips and stuff. There's nothing besides maybe tunas and mackerels. Other than that, there's no real value in it. So your stomach's going to get messed up. And I mean, you're going to hear that. You go, if you're lucky, if you're not in the middle of the room and everybody can see you, and if you're in county jail, that's going to happen. That's one of the reasons why you don't want to. If you have a problem using the bathroom in front of the people, you do not need to go to jail for it. And it's something that you never, ever, ever get used to. If you get used to that, if that's comfortable for you, you're way different than me. And most of the people that I've ever met in my whole life, it's just horrible. No way that's fun. But flush is just flush. And I knew that way before I got to the prison that I was going to. I knew that, people. And I followed the rules, you know what I mean? Everybody does. It's not about anybody not following. You're going to do that. I'm giving you the heads up. If you hear the word flush, you'll be on a metal toilet with a sink on it and everything. There's the button's right here. It's pretty much on all of them. Just keep your hand, bomb, 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 flush the damn toilet. And nobody had to say it to me because I know the rules. So I'm telling you, listen, this is what happens, people. When I pull down my pants, I don't even care if the shit's even. If I didn't have to shit for 10 minutes, I would be flushing the toilet the whole time. Do you understand what I'm telling you? Just keep flushing. Nobody cares about that noise. They know what you're doing. You're not going to run the water out. You're just telling everybody, hey, you know what the deal is. A lot of people do it, especially in county jail. You're going to hear that a lot. You know what it is. Somebody's taking a shit. And I'm going to keep emphasizing this because you don't understand the importance. And I'm a big dude. Before I was shot was 5'10". When I got to the first federal prison I was at, which was FCI, Fort Dix, New Jersey, I think I weighed in right at 260. But it wasn't a healthy 260 because I spent 4.5 months in county jails and being transported all up and down the East Coast. It was go from Texas up to New Jersey, and wasn't in the best of shape. I had been doing some push-ups and stuff, just pretty some squats, but just not much other than that. And so I get to the prison I'm at. This is how long, and this is one of the scenarios that I never thought about. I knew that I was going to get locked up for sure. That was something that was in my head from a very young age. You had to prove yourself, and one of the ways was in jail or prison. I was doing wrong, people. I was leading a life leading up to that. I knew it, so I did things throughout my life to prepare myself for what I thought were situations that I thought were relevant, because based upon the stories that I heard of prison stories by my uncles. And man, I got I'm talking about I had just got there, and you got to go through A&O, arrival and orientation. You got to do classes and stuff, you know. They're trying to prepare you for what you're about to face. And this is the largest federal institution in the United States. Like 17 different languages, a bunch of different religions, people from all over the world. This place was the melting pot. It was broken up in two sides. Each side had the west side, which I was on, had two chow halls. That's how big it was. So I had got, and there's a lot. There was a lot of food, people. There was a lot. If you didn't eat off the main chow hall, there was still a hot bar and a cold bar. And the hot bar had rice, beans, some kind of soup, and maybe even some leftovers or something. But there would be at least two big ass 4-inch transfer pans of rice and beans and a soup. That's guaranteed extra with the meal. And a cold bar, and it would be like lettuce and maybe some cucumbers or something. It was always, you can make a little salad. It had all the salad dressings and stuff. It was you didn't have to eat the main meal, with the main thing of it. So, you know, when you transition your eating habits, that messes your stomach up again. And I wasn't having a good time with it. I was actually constipated my first 30 days. I'll tell you all this to keep it real with you, because it may happen to you, especially if you're out there doing wrong. This is things you need to prepare for. This is why I'm making these videos. My first 30, when I was locked up in Texas, my first 30 days in Texas, and there wasn't no difference. It was less food, but I just couldn't shit. I just could not. And all this is public record, people. I mean, every time you get locked up somewhere, they got to fingerprint you, and they got to check your balls and your butt, and you know, search and all that's public record. You know what I mean? Where your cell is at, who you're selling with, all that. It's all in the system. You can look all this up. Every day taking stool softeners for 30 days. The first time I shit, I thought I was going to die. It was horrible, stinking, still flushing. And so the second day that I was there, we had chicken wings, and they were spicy. And this dude named Kerry, man, I can't really remember his name. He was a big white dude, but he ain't had no go. He just wasn't going to fight. He just worked out. He was a and I could tell by he wore these funny shoes, and I could tell underneath the stall that it was him. And somebody was yelling, "Flush, flush, flush, flush!" And he yells out because he got a very distinct voice. "All I'm doing over here is farting, man. That's all I'm doing is farting. What am I going to flush? Flush it anyway, David. You flush that goddamn toilet." Excuse me, but yeah, and like when he got out of it, Kerry was in the room, and I had only been there a couple of days, and he was like one of the first 10 guys that I met. He was a really nice guy, but he almost got in a fight over there. Like, that dude was pissed off because it snowed, you know, and I kind of thought that was messed up. I was like, what do you do in that situation? It's not like he's trying to instigate him or anything. He's in the bathroom and he's farting, you know? And I never understood that. And when those situations happen and I'm around, I often wonder what would I do. And I couldn't even think of anything to do that with, because he wasn't really trying to do it. He wasn't doing anything offensive. He was using the bathroom, people. He was using the damn bathroom. That's what it boiled down to. So here's where my story comes in. It was probably about 3 or 4 days later, and it was late. It was probably like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, and I don't remember what time. Like 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. Everybody's got to go to the room. And I had an 8-man room, and it might have been 16 first. I think it was 16. People up there on top. And I went to the bathroom. It was only me, and I was in there flushing, and my stomach was like real bad. And I was even flushing. There ain't nobody in there. This is totally different. Kind of like nobody's around. You're in locked here. The doors ain't locked, but they're in shut doors. Nobody can tell them in the bathroom. It's a barracks. If you ever been to a barracks, that's just what I meant, in the barracks. um, I had a big booty ass face. Yo man, you better flush that fucking toilet. It wasn't shit. I was basically just making sure I didn't have to come back later on. You know what I mean? Like I was done. I probably even wiped. But I was making sure. I just want to keep it right now. There's counts all the time. There's all the time cars come around. You don't want to be outside your bunk, even in the bathroom. They think you're doing something illegal. You're taking a shit. They think you're shooting up or trying to steal something, try to stab somebody. You know, there's all those things you don't think about because you just want to take a shit. You know what I mean? Everybody else thinks something. Just what you want. So I'm in there and I hear that big ass boom and I can tell the voice is big. I don't know who it is. I think been there long. And it's hard. There's so many people. But the only people you really focus on first is the people that come to you and try to help you out. Because there's always going to be people that come and try to help you out, give you something that you need. Whether it be some kind of hygiene products or food or books, something to help you pass the time, something to make your time easier. You're talking about information on where to go, where not to go. This is where you go eat. This is where areas you want to avoid. There's always that when you first get there. They tell you about flushing and it's just there's a lot that you ain't thinking about. People are just thinking about getting dope. Well, even one of the hard things about getting drugs is to getting the drugs. I mean, it's illegal to get them, so everybody that's involved is a potential somebody to tell to get you in trouble, to get you in these situations that you don't want to be in. Because I didn't want to be in this situation, but it's the price I got to pay, and I was paying the price. But what I'm actually doing right now is taking shit, and I've got this dude yelling. He just, and I just flushed the toilet. I didn't say anything at all, people. He said flush it, I flushed the toilet. Man, I'm not no slave, or he's a master or anything. It's out of respect. Yo, motherfucker, you hear me tell you flush the toilet? Yeah, I thought so, motherfucker. Now, you gotta understand something too. I'm a bad dude, man. I've had a lot of street fights. And when you win a lot of street fights and you knock a lot of people out, you get there's a lot of confidence that comes with it. I don't fear too much anything. If you try to come, I'm pretty good with these hands, feet, elbows. I'll bite you. I mean, it's gonna get nasty. However, I've got to play. I got to play. I promise you, I ain't gonna ask for it. I ain't interested in starting nothing with nobody. I'm gonna finish every damn thing. I'm gonna try to come up with a compromise, a solution, a positive way that we can settle this shit. Or I'm gonna tear your ass up. Now I'm not playing with you. We gonna get the hell down, and that's just it. And I'm trying to be very, very nice about it, but I ain't got no play in me, man. I'm gonna hurt you. I'm gonna hurt you bad. Try to hurt me, and I'm gonna hurt you. I ain't gonna try to kill you. You're not gonna mess with the next person like that. You're not gonna do it. And this dude's got my curiosity piqued. I don't let nobody talk to me like this, people. I don't let nobody talk to me like this. What I do remember is I had my pants down to my ankles. I'm not in the best position to talk shit. So he's still doing it, and it stops, and I clean up the way, and I get out of the stall, and I look over at it was coming from the doorway. There's only one way in, one way out. So I go over to wash my hands and shit, and I look over at people. It's a big. He's filling up the whole damn doorway, and it's a doorway for the bathroom upgrades. When you walk in, there's six sinks, there's six stalls for taking shit, and there's urinals in the back corner, and right here the shower. He's filling up the whole door. And his Muslim, he's got the thing on. Big old Muslim dude. I've seen him a few times and shit. I don't know his name, I don't know nothing about him, but he is big, and he's not very happy. He's not very happy at all. He's like, yo man, you hear me fucking talking to you? And I was like, yeah, man, but you asked me to flush. I'm not trying to be disrespectful or anything, you know what I mean? I flushed the toilet. I didn't think it was anything to say. He's like, oh yeah, you think you got a fucking smart mouth, motherfucker? I said, brother, I'm just here trying to do my time to go home. I don't have a smart mouth. I don't have an attitude. And to be honest with you, man, I'm just taking the shit. If that offends you, I mean, look, I apologize. I don't even know how to make this situation better. I think maybe you ain't even mad at me, but I hate that I offended you. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I know you already see me pissed. But I won't even do anything, man. Make it out the done. I try to talk it out with him and shit. And it almost looks like it was a big deal. But everything else was in his mind. And I don't even know why he said what he said or did what he did, but he gave me a little parting shot. Like, yeah, that's what I thought, motherfucker. I don't even know where he was and shit. I'll tell you what it did do, people. I didn't use that bathroom shit no more. I knew of the library at Fort Dix. No, after lunch, nobody was over there. The only people that went over there was a few dudes. They used to bang each other, you know, for some stamp, for a book of stamps. Y'all go to the bathroom, I'll hold the door for you. Meaning I wouldn't let nobody in while you were doing anything, so you could have some privacy. But privacy costs nothing. It's also an illusion too that you could get a little bit. For a little bit of time, you got to go. You know what I mean? The COs are always walking around. That was a scary situation, man, because I've seen, you hear the horror stories of what could happen in those situations. And I tell people that because I didn't have to hand out what did I do? You tell me what it did. Tell me what you would have done in that situation. Because he was probably at least 6'6", 350 monster. If he was at Fort Dix, you know him talking about 58, 52. He was really the biggest dude in there. And it might even be you. We never spoke. He never said anything. I probably seen him only 20 or so times. I remember he might have just been on. It wasn't no big deal. He just might have been having a bad day that day. Because he definitely didn't see me, so he couldn't have known who I was or what the scenario is. It was just pure coincidence. That's all it was. You can't count to anything else. And that's the story for today. If you like to hit the like button, share if you can. Subscribe if you haven't, and I got plenty more stories to come. Until then, y'all be safe. Have a good day. Peace.